In Japan, there exists a culinary tradition that's an absolute feast for the eyes, and for the eyes only. In other words, it's completely fake, and it's also a $90 million industry. Called shokuhin sampuru, or food sample, this little-known yet remarkably detailed process creates delicious-looking food molded from silicone, crafted from resin, and colored with acrylic.
埼玉県志木市で食品サンプルの教室をやっております渡辺典子です。
Noriko is one of many sampuru artisans who create scrupulously fake dishes for restaurants, a Japanese tradition that dates back to the 19th century. Instead of using menus, Japan's Edo-era establishments displayed cooked dishes in shop windows to entice hungry customers. It wasn't until the 1920s when the demand for some kind of fake food alternative began to grow.
百貨店さんでレストランができた時にすごく並んだそうなんですね。先にお金をもらって自分が食べたいものの券を買って席に座ってもらうっていうシステムをとって、その並んでる間に食品サンプルを見ていただいて自分の食べたいものを選んでもらうっていうので食品サンプルができたって聞いてます。
Early sampuru creators relied on wax, but these fake food masterpieces quickly faded or even melted in the sun. It took a few more decades, but the art form eventually found its medium of choice: polyvinyl chloride, or simply vinyl. Noriko started learning her fake food art form in 2016 by first creating artificial sweets. Not having much of a sweet tooth, she soon moved on to more varied food and opened her own workshop in 2018. Although she creates fake forms of many Japanese staples, she prefers to craft the Western-style foods she loves to eat herself. Stuff like hamburgers and pasta. The process begins by creating a silicone mold of, say, a hamburger patty, and then adding the resin. Noriko waits for the mold to harden before extracting the resin and deftly applying paint with just the right amount of pressure, whether by hand or airbrush, to bring forth the delectable orange hues of nigiri, the juicy reds of a beefsteak tomato, or the crisp greens of crunchy lettuce.
私のフェイクフードは、基本本物の食べ物からシリコンで型を取るので、形はレジンさえ流せば誰でも作れるんですけども、やっぱり着色ですね。色の付け方にすごくこだわりがあるので、色がやっぱりまずそうだとまずそうになっちゃうので、そこだけはすごく力を入れてます。これは何を使ったらフェイクフードリアルに見えるかなって悩み始めると夜中も眠れないですね。
A dish like a hamburger is then assembled piece by piece, but other sampuru such as nigiri sushi require certain parts of the dish to be put together while the resin is still drying. Once the dish is ready, Noriko snaps the perfect picture for her thousands of social media followers to devour, with their eyes only, of course. Noriko says that shokuhin sampuru are slowly disappearing from storefront windows throughout Japan. But she continues to teach classes filled with people of all ages eager to learn the unique culinary art form. Though that excitement doesn't always translate to Noriko's own family, who sometimes find her scrumptious sampuru creations, well, hard to swallow.
ただ家族はあんまり食品サンプルに興味がないので、その粘土のスイーツを作って帰ってすごいでしょって持って帰ると、食べられるのを作ってきてっていうことをよく言われてました。なので今はパン教室にも通って食べられるものも作れるようになってます。
Creating masterpieces for the eyes and for the stomach.